Namaste and crystal blessings to my earthly, celestial, and elemental soul tribe in this realm and beyond. Nikki's back for part 2 from where I stopped from part 1. So now I'll jump straight into the cards. As you know, I did the elemental portal constellation spread from the Beyond Lemuria deck that I've picked. So I will start from the Ether card, as I showed you earlier. Okay, as we got for the Ether. Okay, this is the connection. Us and the higher realms, our guides, our spirit guides, the source, our higher selves. So, and we got the heart chakra that is unfurling back to love. It's all about love. Okay, if there's many more love cards, I think, it is appropriate to use this beautiful heart energy in every areas of our lives. So let's see for the heart chakra. Okay, unfurling back to love. Love for oneself and others, relationships, compassion, forgiveness, empathy, connection, receptivity, acceptance, generosity. This chakra card represents love in its many forms. It reminds you that everything in life can be unfolded into love or fear. Like I've always keep repeating, fear is the lowest of all energy, okay, frequencies. So if you want to tap into higher energy, it doesn't mean you to the higher realms or multidimensional realms. No, even if you want to manifest, you want to feel joy, you want to set intention to for simple things in life. Okay, if you are still in fear mode, you can never do that. It is the heaviest, a very dense energy. Okay, if we can measure it, very, very dense energy. And that is why, yeah, you can see everything around you is now going on that FEAR mode. So the opposite of love, as we know, is not hate, it is fear. With fear comes a lot of other lower energetic construct that is encapsulated under fear box. Okay, we put it all in the box and toss it somewhere because it's manufactured. Fear. We were not born with fear. Our soul knows no fear. This is all by design. So if we want to connect, or we want to bring anything back into our lives, creativity, little bliss, joy, peace, everything that is going on a higher frequencies, we cannot attain that if we are still bound to the fear mode. Okay, so when unfurled back enough, the foundation of all you seek lies in the universal desire and right to feel love and be loved. Love heals. God is love. This is the force that will change the world. And how we can restore this, if like, the connection. We cannot manifest anymore. We cannot meditate. Seems that we are so disconnected with earthbound or higher realms. We feel so lost and blocked, the blockages. How can we restore it? With this heart chakra is count everything in your life that you are grateful for. Gratitude. Okay, I'll call that a gratitude attitude. Everything that you are grateful for. Think of all those you love and how that wonderful feeling radiates from your heart. Consider those you can forgive and extend that feeling out to them. Remember, we all just want to be loved and accepted. But insecurities and triggers can cause behaviors that moves away from this place. So have compassion. Know that others may be in their suffering, okay, because everyone is fighting their own darkness, shadow, demon, whatever you call that aspect. So we need to have the unconditional compassion, love. Expand your awareness and heart-centered radiance for all beings on earth. Okay, all beings. Every life matters. Every being, no matter how significant, insignificant. I mean, like the yesterday, I just changed the covers 2 days ago. The bed sheet and the spread, the duet and all that. So I was in bed reading yesterday, and there was a small spider. I'm okay with as long as it's not this big or tarantula. A small spider jumped out. I was like, okay, immediately, there's a piece of paper next to me at the bedside, and immediately took it and put it. I didn't toss it outside because it's pretty cold, so I don't know if spiders can take minus degrees. So this, we have 2 doors before out, so, and we have a lot of things stuck up there, and I just left it there. It's just a tiny one, so that's what I do. I don't kill flies or zap them. I will take a little plastic and catch them, and leave them outside. That's what I do. Mosquitoes, sometimes I can help it because at night, there's all the buzzing and whap zap. But if I can, and I always say I'm sorry, forgive me when I go and hike, walk on nature, because you don't know every small living organism you step upon. So for me, every life matters, and that is why I don't eat, I don't consume another life anymore. I was brought up so, like that, on auto mode. But as I came into this spirituality, like I said, when I came to spirituality, I did not like join an ashram or a mystery school or something like that. No, it's just a natural, when the time is right, you have the natural calling, awakening, just like that, where you feel so deeply and you go like, why didn't I feel like that before? So like I said, it's all divine timing. I feel bad for all those that I consumed for many years, though I was not a big, I don't want to use that word, but meat eater, I was more into fish and stuff, but I just can't do it anymore. I can't even watch them brutally, with all this vegan groups or videos being, I just can't watch. I can't watch cruelty against anything, humans, the animal kingdom. It's just too much. Just I just can't. Go ahead, have the warrior mode, but I can't see. So I think it's when your heart chakra is activated, it's naturally you'll feel it. Someone can stop you and say, "Don't, just eat plants, eat vegetables." Can't you feel the pain? Can't you? Sometimes you can't. If this space is not activated, sometimes you just can't. You can't force this. It has to be natural. So where is that? Yes, expand your awareness and heart-centered radiance for all beings on earth, because it encapsulates the earth in loving compassion. Bask in the blissful feeling for this beautiful earth in all its perfect balance and loving you back. So the themes are relationships and relating, connection to yourself and others, the language of love. And healing position is over the heart. You can meditate with crystals or just holding, feeling your heartbeat with every breath. And the color watch is soft emerald green, as you can see in this beautiful artwork by Izzy. It's always the color of the heart. So that is for us to connect whichever realm, even here, whatever that we need to tap into higher frequencies. This has to be activated. Okay, we have to connect back. It's all unfurling back to love, this chakra. And so next we will go to the earth. Okay, I have two guardian unicorn guarding those cards, two pillars. And we'll go to the earth card, which is nurture nature. And the card is shine your light. Shine your light is 44. So shine your light is doing what you love, time to thrive, giving from the overflow, life purpose, being authentically you, compassionate self-empowerment, loving life, trying things you resonate with, and bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. So you are amazing. There's no one like you, and no one can do you as you can. Okay, we are all individual. Though we are collective, we are all connected. But that's the beauty of it. In this realm, in this duality realm, we are allowed to feel the individuality. Okay, in this beautiful earth realm. So yet we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self, because we are so worried about everything around us, what people say, what people think. We have to find the authentic us, what connects to us, what brings us that little smile, what warms our heart, what is the cause, what is it, not what the media, the media tells us, or culture tells us, or friends, family, colleagues, the whole. Just go to quietude, and that is why solitude is very, very important. Practice introspection, being by yourself, to know the authentic self. Though the self in a bigger perspective, in a higher perspective, I'm talking about, the self is, but in this realm, for us to experience this human experience, it's very important to find that authentic self. So you have to find that, whatever that resonates and brings you joy, only you, not brings, your best friend, or, if it's going to make your family happy, then you're happy. No, what brings you joy? Spend a quiet time. I know some people live with big family, surrounded by people, noise, crowd all the time. If you can find just that little moment by yourself, look into the mirror, talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time, but that's another story. But, look into the mirror, it's you, the reflection. Ask, connect to that visual that you're looking at. You. What are you? Who are you? What makes you? What makes you tick? What flames your fire, So, was it fire is your flame? What ignites your passion? What illuminates you? So this is very important for us, because see, this came to the earth card. For us to feel grounded and connect to Mother Nature and all her creation, we have to be the authentic self in order to have that energy exchange with her, because it's a beautiful symbiotic relationship, because we don't find that true self, be authentic in our needs and in our daily lives, in our dreams. So the divinatory meaning is, where can you shine your light? When you have a purpose, you will also have limitless energy and no joy. Where can you grow enthusiasm in your life? Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions so you can harness your light. It may be time to return to something you enjoyed but stopped doing, but for no good reason. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. It's very important. Okay, if you have chosen Earth card or you connected to Mother Nature, Mother Earth, shine your light. Find your authentic self. And the next card we'll move to is the water card, the overflow. I hope it's focusing. And the card for that is Mount Shasta. Excuse me. I think it's almost 11 here at night, so getting all this reflux. I'm supposed to be in bed dreaming, but I know I needed to do this video. I didn't feel like it today. The show must go on. So Mount Shasta, your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are, the star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. So for those who've been to Mount Shasta, who lives around there, who have connected to the energy of Mount Shasta, even through channeling or a meditation, you know the energy. Okay, it's also said that the Lemurians, when when the stage of destruction came, they were all over. They ran, some ran, to the inner earth, where they say they live, like the Telos under Mount Shasta. And there's so many other stories where part of the lineage are in Egypt, in the Hawaiian Islands. And of course, the Indian says it's in the Indian Ocean, called the Kumari Kandam. So when I did meditation, I think it was last month, I can't remember, with that beautiful Lemurian seed. Okay, it was not very deep. I was just like holding and was just thinking about all the location of Lemuria. Not to ask, I wasn't like really asking, and it's just like, it was just a thought, like, But then, I got this message, and I was like, it was not a voice or anything like that, but a knowing at the moment of that thought, of the location of Lemuria. The insight that I got was dimensional closure. So what I understood from there is, during the time of destruction, some fled, some managed to, flee from to different areas in this realm. But there was a dimensional closure, meaning it's like this one of those sci-fi movies, if you can imagine. When you see the enemies coming, even like Star Trek, right? You have this shield, force field, where you cannot enter. You can see, but you cannot, because there is a plasmic field or so, something like that. So in order to preserve, to save the race, the lineage, because they're very, very advanced, and they closed up the dimension, so to speak. Because when the destruction took place, we know destruction, to destroy, is a very low vibration. So they were still in a very high that realm. I think we don't know, there could be some portal opening during that time. I can't say exactly because what I got was just dimensional closure. So we don't know what happened, but to my knowing, they still exist. A part of the lineage who fled physically in other parts of the earth, but Lemuria itself still exists, but it's just another dimension, a higher dimension, of course. So they managed to seal that, to close that dimension. So, and I know a lot of people who've been and have connected to the energy of Mount Shasta can really feel that. So this card directs us directly to connect with our ancestors, whether it's our earthly lineage or our etheric lineage. Okay, so this card is about origins. It is time to honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insight into your traits, your strengths and challenges. Perhaps you have a Lemurian connection. This card may also be encouraging you to visit sacred places you feel attracted to. They may have an intuitive message for you. As for me, from very young, when I started stargazing, as young as 9 years old, 8, 9 years old, growing up in Malaysia, you don't see people going out stargazing. So in the 70s and 80s, I cannot walk into a library and look for a book on astronomy and stuff like that. It was very rare at that time. So I usually get a fortnightly column from one of the local newspaper where they have an astronomy column and star maps. That's how I started and then I used to watch a lot of cosmology based documentaries, which I'm grateful at the time they had on our local TV. And anything, like Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World, stuff like that really intrigued me as a child. And I've always thought, can you imagine, I was not taught about this. I didn't know about star families and connection and, other beings. Though I believed in aliens, and that sort because of movies and stuff. I was so into science fiction, Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, just name it. So I've always felt that I was from Andromeda. I don't know why. Nobody told me that. I've not seen that, in a movie or so from young, but I have this innate connection to the Pleiades, Andromeda, Sirius, of course, because Sirius is such a beautiful, the brightest, and, so beautiful, magnificent diamond in the skies, So I have that. And at 15, when I first come to know about Machu Picchu, I really wanted to go there. Like I said, I have this strong calling towards ancient sacred spaces, or the pyramid, because my parents were not into that. So if they were reading books about that or telling me stories, I could have, as an influence, but no. So where did I get this interest? Because I don't know any family members of mine, the extended family or immediate family. Nobody were into this subject matter. So I had a strong connection, and that is why I like to watch movies, period movies from back when, anything ancient is good. I like anything from Mycenaean, from Greeks, anything that's ancient, whether it's mythology or ancient history, his story, whether it's real or not, we don't know, but anything that is not modern connects with me. So this is what, to find your ancestry. If you have innate connection, like I said, at that time, I wish we had the net. Like I said, be mindful, we can use it for our best interests. So I had internet, I could have gone and done a lot of research at that time. So if you have a certain, connection towards a star system or ancient earthbound civilization, go and do research. You may have had a past life there once or more. And that is why we have, because I've never gone through a hypnosis or past life regression. But like I said, it's just that strong feeling, that you get. So this card for water, because as we know, Lemuria and all the civilization, even Atlantis, they're all very water-based civilizations connected to water energy. And here we got Mount Shasta for ancestry. So if this is the card you chose to connect it to, it's good to tap back into your lineage. And the next card we will go is the air card, which is the paradigm shift. And the card is crown chakra, the unlimited self. So the air, as we know, the air has always been used in rituals and ceremonies. Is like a conduit between us and the higher realm, like smoke or air, the wind. It's always the connection to the ether. And the crown chakra, we got that. So the unlimited self, devotion, inner guidance, visionary, inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, and life force energy. So the crown chakra is your link to the multidimensionality of your being. The seat of your soul is gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us. When we are aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth. So to restore, if you feel disconnected, like I said, there's a blockage for that, for the unlimitedness that we feel with our crown chakra. Let me see. This is beautiful. This is lotus. You can see. Beautiful artwork by Izzy. And the color display. So to restore that is be present and flowing without rigid outcomes. Find more spaces in your life. Find your own way to meditate when you are distracted. You are living on the surface level. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. The themes, the way for you to be most aligned with divine guidance and connection with spirit. The healing position is top of the head or just above the head if you're lying down, okay? The crown chakra. And the color wash is white with flecks of gold and violet. If you're into, chakra colors, or you can connect to these colors. You can even wear them and feel the energy, okay? Because it's all energies. When we set intention, that is also an energy. We can't see it, can we? That's how it is. It's all energy, waves, frequencies. It's how magic happens. So that is crown chakra for the air element. The air element is the paradigm shift. And the final card here for the fire element beautiful dragons. So it's Solaris Sublime, and it's such a cute card. Trust your innocence. So trust your innocence, truth, trusting yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, returning to innocence. Like the song, Return to Innocence. It can be hard to decipher between intuition and what our mind is telling us. Stories, projections, expectations, or fear can arise under the guise of intuition. Like I've spoken about this in my previous videos all the time. Be very mindful when you do this work, connecting to higher realms, getting messages, channeling, astral travel of sort, because there are a lot of other electromagnetic interference that is going to give us mind chatter, that is going to tap into the frequencies. I mean, most of it are lower, yes, but when it clashes somehow, because we cannot always keep up our frequencies and always feel high and rainbows and unicorns. So sometimes when we feel low, that's how it gets in. It taps into, it weaves in between. So be very mindful where we get this. So to distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have access to the truth of our being. What were the very first feelings or visions you had when you considered the question at hand before you second-guessed yourself? How does it feel in your body when you are brutally honest with yourself? Honesty. Try to go beyond the layers of what you have been taught to believe about yourself. When some of the logic falls away, what answers remain? When you ask a young child a question, they don't censor their answers. Their honesty may not be considered polite or socialized. It may seem a bit funny, but it's their truth, and it's interesting to note how intuitive children naturally are. We were all once children. Think how things escalate and changed so quickly, because that is before the programming set in for us. It's a shame, yes, but we can go back to heal that inner child. It's there, living concurrently. If you can hear that's Maharaja Zikfus. I think he wants to go out, but he has to just wait for me to finish the video. So to tell the difference between intuition and mind chatter, you need to recognize a clear instinctive yes and a distinctive no. For this, you must trust yourself. The foundation of self-trust is honesty. You must be completely honest with yourself about what feels good, true, and real to you, and what does not. Only yours is matter, okay? Like the earlier card, be the authentic you, the authentic self. It's about, being honest with yourself. What you like, what you dislike. It's not what someone told you to like and dislike. You can only find that out if you have spent time alone, connecting within. Okay, within. To quiet down in silence. So honesty is more than not lying to yourself. It is also about not withholding information. It is about having deep transparency within yourself. Some might describe their intuitive yes as a softening rather than a feeling of tightening, contracting, or avoidance. If we are to stay on our optimal path, trusting our original innocence or instincts is key. So the divinatory meaning is learn to trust your inner sense or intuition. You are encouraged to be absolutely honest with yourself. Cast aside any mind stories and shoots that you tell yourself. In your heart of hearts, you know the answers. Dare to listen and to honor them. This card may also relate to being truthful with another person. Relationships can only deepen when we can be real with each other. Consider your timing and be considerate. But this is time for truth, because we are heading towards the most phenomenal time, or shall I say, her story. I would like to say her story now, in the her story of humanity. It's going to be totally magical. My favorite word, magic. So, whichever card that you have connected to, I hope you enjoyed the message for our beautiful 11/11/2020 today. And I know some time zone have already passed that, and it's 12 now, and some are still behind time. We are in Europe, so whichever time zone you are, it's okay. We are still in that portal energy. And yes, like that's additional two cards that you have on the left and on the right. These are like the two pillars to hold the energy of that spread, which is the loving compassion. If you can see the symbol, I think I showed it in my earlier video, I can't remember. So the loving compassion, and on the right, awakened awareness. This is the elemental portal constellation spread. So I hope you enjoyed joining with me today, this awesome energy. Just feel the bliss, the gratitude attitude, be grateful for every little thing. I need to tell that to my own, being time to time. Keep reminding, though I know it is like a mantra, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. The Ho'oponopono is my favorite mantra. So I wish you all the highest vibration of love, and may you find peace and love wherever you are. Blessings. Namaste and Lakesh. Love you all.